Hello, my name is Vікторія Колесник. I'm a main publication facility consultant for linguist company in Ukraine, and I'm excited to welcome you to today's webinar. You can use the chat box. How are you? Okay, I see. Greetings from Kyiv, hello, Kherson, Kirovograd region, hello. Hey. Kharkiv, Vinnytsia, hello, nice to see you here. And Kyiv, Odessa, and Odessa, hello. Lviv, Nikoполь, Zaporizhia, hello. Nice to meet you too. Dnipro. Again, Kherson, Житомир. Okay. So I just want to thank you for you to take time out of your schedule in order to join this webinar. Okay. Kharkiv, hello. Odessa region. Кам'янець-Подільський, Чернівці region, Хмельницький. Hello. Okay, good. I'm very happy to see all of you here. So today we are going to talk about teamwork and discuss how we can create more effective and engaging group work experiences for our students. So we all know that teamwork is a valuable skill that students need to succeed in the 21st century. But how can we ensure that all students are actively participating and learning in teamwork? So in this webinar, we'll explore some common challenges that teachers face when implementing group work in the classroom, and we'll pay attention to some strategies to overcome these challenges, and we'll explore practical techniques to engage all learners, including those who may be shy or struggle with language barriers. Okay. Hello, hello from snowy Kyiv. Lviv, hello. So, okay, and a few words about your certificate. So, tomorrow you will receive the letter with the link, which will lead you to the questionnaire. I know that sometimes it can be annoying to fill in this form, but I ask you to do this to answer the questions, and after that you will get the link, not the certificate, but the link to the folder with your certificate. Again, if you have any troubles finding or downloading your certificate, you can contact me, and I will be more than happy to help you with this issue. Okay, so I just want you to answer this question. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word teamwork? Collaboration. Okay. Anything else? A big class size, collaboration, cooperation. Okay. Again, tolerance, cooperation. Okay, it's hard to read your answers. Okay, group. Multitasking, involvement, ideas, respect, different activities for one purpose. Yeah, co-working, lots of noise. So when we are talking about ideal school classroom, we may think of a group of students collaborating on projects and sharing ideas and working together to achieve a common goal. So it may bring to mind images of students discussing or debating and supporting each other. But in the real world classroom, teamwork can often get chaotic. Students, especially younger ones, may struggle to stay on task, yeah, and focus on their assigned work. So we can picture a noisy classroom with the students talking over each other, papers flying, and perhaps even the occasional argument. So we can distinguish the following. Groups can get loud, let's be honest, especially when students are excited or have different energy levels. And some students may dominate conversations, while others may be shy or quieter to participate. And different perspectives, different opinions can lead to some kind of tension within the group. And students may get distracted and start chatting about unrelated topics or just daydreaming. And some students may do more work than others in this group, and it will lead to frustration. So the reality of group work can be messy and unpredictable. And it's important to set clear expectations, provide guidance, and monitor group dynamics to ensure that students stay on track and achieve their learning goals. By understanding the potential pitfalls and implementing effective strategies, you can help students navigate these challenges and reap the benefits of collaborative learning. So students can work together on projects, take part in debates or discussions. They can collaborate on problem solving and engage in peer learning and support. And again, they can develop this sense of belonging and the sense of community. Okay, and here you can see the quote. And this quote by Henry Ford highlights the importance of teamwork and collaboration. So the first step in any teamwork is for students to come together and form a team. So this initial stage involves sharing ideas and agreeing on a common goal. Once the team is formed, the real work begins. So this is where the keeping together, this part comes into play. So students need to stay focused and communicate with each other and support each other as they work towards their shared goal. And again, this requires patience and understanding and desire to compromise. And the ultimate success of a teamwork depends on the team's ability to work together effectively. And again, this involves equal participation, just ensuring that all team members contribute to the project. Then, not just communication, but effective communication. When students share ideas and listen to others and resolve conflicts. And again, let's take into consideration time management when students plan and organize their work and tasks in order to meet deadlines. And they can work together and find solutions to different challenges that they can face in their group work. So by working together, students can achieve much more they could individually. They can learn from each other and develop their social skills and even build lasting friendships. And I've got a question for you. What are common challenges in managing teamwork in your classroom? What are they? Discipline. Okay. Rules. Mixed ability, lack of motivation. Keeping them focused on task. Maybe again, lack of motivation. Okay, I just lost my train of thoughts. Never mind. Rules, instructions. Sometimes it's difficult to involve white students. Different levels of their knowledge. Unequal participation. Okay, so thank you very much for your answers. One common problem with teamwork is that some students do more work than others. And here we are talking about unequal participation. So this can happen for many reasons. Some students may be too shy to speak up or share their ideas, or some students may be assertive and take over the group. And when some students do more work than others, it can lead to several problems. First, it can be unfair to the students who are doing more work, and they may become frustrated and resentful and reluctant to work. And second, it can negatively impact the quality of the group work. So if not all students are contributing the ideas, the final product, let's say, the final work project may not be so good, yeah? Not as good as it could be. And to address this issue, you can take a number of steps. First, you can set clear expectations for group work, and you can assign specific roles, and we are going to talk about these roles a bit later. So you can assign different roles to each group member and set deadlines. And you can monitor teamwork and redirect the conversation, encouraging quieter students to participate, or breaking up dominant groups. And the next common problem in group work is when some students take over. These students might talk a lot, not listening to others, and try to do everything themselves. So this can make it hard for other students to share their ideas and contribute to the group. And when this happens, it can lead to some kind of conflict, and other students might feel left out or ignored. And it can also make the group work less creative and less successful. And language barriers can be a significant challenge in teamwork, especially when students have different language proficiency levels. So students may struggle to comprehend tasks and different assignments if they don't fully understand the task and the language itself. So they may have limited vocabulary, making it difficult for them to express their ideas and participate in discussions. So students who are more fluent in the language may dominate the conversation, while others may struggle to participate. And in order to overcome this, you can use visual aids such as pictures, maybe charts, to help students understand concepts, even if they don't fully understand the spoken language. Again, encourage students to use simple language and avoid complex vocabulary. Or you can pair students with different levels to support each other. And one big problem with the group work is when students aren't sure what they are supposed to do. If they don't know their roles or what the group is trying to achieve, it can be hard to work together. Again, they may start to work on different things, or they may not work at all. When students don't have clear goals, they might waste time or do the wrong things. And it can also lead to arguments. For example, if two students are trying to do the same task, or if no one is taking responsibility for a specific part of the project, it can cause problems within the group. And I guess one of the biggest problems students face when working in groups is managing their time. Because it's easy to get sidetracked or to underestimate how long a task will take. And students may put off tasks until the last minute, or students may spend too much time on one task and not enough on others. And students may get distracted by their phones or other students, their classmates, or their classroom environment. And speaking about how we can manage dominant students, so the first thing is to do is to set specific time limits for each group member to speak. Yeah? This simple strategy can improve group dynamics and ensure that everyone has a chance to contribute. And before the group starts working, you can assign a specific amount of time for each member to speak. For example, each student could have 2 minutes to share his ideas, and you can use a timer or digital clock to keep track of time. And this will help students stay focused and prevent any person from dominating the conversation. And you can encourage your students to take turns speaking, even if they have more to say. And in this way, you will give everyone a chance to participate. For instance, the most talkative student could be assigned to take notes or research information. And a great way to ensure everyone gets a chance to speak during teamwork is to use a token system. So you can use physical objects like small coins, or simply write down each student's name on slips of paper and give each student an equal time, not time, and an equal number of these tokens at the beginning of a group activity. And you need to explain that each time a student wants to speak, he must use one of his tokens. And once he's out of these tokens, he will have to wait until others have used theirs. So imagine a group of 4 students working together on a project. And each student receives 3 tokens. And when a student wants to share an idea, he must use only 1 token. And this system encourages everyone to take part, even the quieter students, and prevents dominant students from hogging the conversation. And you can create a shared token bank where students can take unused tokens and borrow them if needed. And dominant students can sometimes overshadow their classmates, their peers in group work, and to help these students become better listeners, you can try the following. Just first of all, you need to establish ground rules. Again, before group work begins, set clear instruction and your expectations about respectful communication and active listening. Let's say if a dominant student, Taras, is always interrupting others, so you could say, Taras, that's a great point. Let's hear what Sergey has to say, and then you can add to the discussion. And the group can create group agreements. So the group develops a set of rules for respectful communication and active listening. And when working in a team, it's important to understand and trust each other. This means listening to each other's ideas and respecting different opinions and being open to feedback. And students need to understand that they need to listen actively and pay attention to what the other person is saying in his group without interrupting, and try to understand the person's perspectives, even if they don't agree with it. And you may say that putting yourself in someone else's shoes can help you understand their feelings and needs, and being open to new ideas and points of view can help you find some creative solutions to problems. And it's important to avoid being defensive, or to be willing to consider different perspectives, and speaking to others with respect, even if you disagree with them, is essential for building trust within the group. And students should avoid using hurtful language or making personal attacks. And when students are working together in a group, they need to listen to each other carefully. And one way to do this is to focus on one person at a time when they are talking. And this means that students will give the full attention to the only one person, and the eye contact is very important. Just tell your students to look at the person who is speaking, and this shows that the student is listening and interested in communication. And nodding the head can show that the student understands and agrees with what his classmate is saying, and the student can repeat what his classmate said in his own words to show that he understands. And students can ask questions to show that they are listening and to get more information. And it helps to keep the conversation going and can lead to deeper discussions. For example, the students can ask questions just like this. Can you give me an example? Or why do you think so? What are the advantages and disadvantages of something? Or can you tell me more about and name the thing? Just ask for explanation. And again, we've got shy students, quiet students in our classrooms. And one way to encourage these students to take part in teamwork is to directly address them with questions. And this simple technique can help to draw them out of their shell and make them feel more involved. Again, instead of asking a general question like, what do you think? Yeah, something very, very simple. You can try a specific question like, what are your thoughts on the main character's decision? And you can encourage deeper thinking and discussion by asking open-ended questions that require more than just a simple yes or no answer. Something that our students like to do, just to answer very briefly. For example, instead of asking, do you like this story? You can ask, why do you think the author choose to end the story this way? And you can show interest in students' responses by asking follow-up questions. For example, if a student gives a brief answer, you could say, that's a great point. Can you tell us more about that? And ask them to speak more. Again, you can pair quieter students with more dominant ones in order to encourage participation. And this is a win-win situation for both students. The quieter student benefits from the more outgoing student's enthusiasm and can learn from his ideas and approaches. And the dominant student can learn to be more patient and to consider the ideas of other people in his group. And a quiet student who is good at research can be paired with a more talkative student who is strong at public speaking. And by working together, they can create a more balanced and effective teamwork. And by assigning the specific roles, you can help quieter students feel more confident and engage in group work. And to make group work more effective, you can assign specific roles to each group member. So you've got leader, note taker, timekeeper, researcher, and presenter. So the leader is the captain of the team, right? He makes sure that the group stays focused on the task and everyone gets a chance to share their ideas. If there is a disagreement or a problem, the leader helps to find a solution. And the note taker is the group's memory keeper, yeah? And he writes down information like key points, some decisions, maybe action items, and he writes down everyone's ideas, even if they seem silly at first, and lists specific tasks that need to be completed and who is responsible for them. And the timekeeper is the group's watch. He keeps track of how much time the group has to complete the task. He warns the group when time is running out. For example, during a group presentation, the timekeeper could signal when each group member has 1 minute left to speak. And a researcher, so this person is the group's fact finder. He looks for information from books, websites, and some other sources, and he analyzes information. He makes sense of the information and decide what's important. And the presenter is the group's spokesperson. So he delivers the presentation and he presents the group work to the class or other audience. And you can rotate roles to provide opportunities to different students to take different roles within the group. And you can allow students to choose their own roles if necessary. And speaking about team formation, there are two main methods. So you can use random grouping techniques such as number heads together, jigsaw, think, pair, share, or you can group your teams on purpose. So numbered heads together, you assign each student a number. Then call out a number and students with that number form a group. Speaking about jigsaw, here you divide the class into expert groups, and each group becomes experts on a specific topic. Then students from different expert groups form a new group, sharing their knowledge with their new teammates. And think peer share happens when students think individually about a question or problem, then pair up to discuss their ideas and finally share their ideas, their thoughts with the whole class. And you can group your students based on their ability levels. This can be helpful for instruction when students can work at their own pace and for example grouping high ability students together for a challenging problem solving task while grouping lower ability students together for more guided instruction. And grouping based on interests can increase students' engagement and motivation. For example, forming groups of students who share a common interest, such as sports or books, and mixed ability grouping. So this can help students learn from each other and develop their social skills. High ability students can help support their classmates, their peers, while low ability students can benefit from exposure to higher level thinking skills. For example, creating groups with a mix of students with different abilities, ensuring that each group has a strong, average, and weaker student. And you can use some strategies for effective teamwork. The first strategy is think pair share. It's simple strategy, but at the same time, a great technique that can be used to improve student engagement and critical thinking and communication skills in teamwork. And it involves 3 stages. So first of all, students individually think about a question posed by the teacher. Then students pair up with a partner to discuss their thoughts and ideas, and pairs share their ideas with the larger group, with their class. Even the students need to put pictures in the correct order. You can use this strategy as well. So first, present students with a set of pictures that tell a story, but in a random order. And students can pair up and discuss the order of the pictures and explain why they think so. And each pair shares their proposed order with the class, explaining their choice. And the class can then discuss and agree on the correct order. And the round robin strategy is a good way to get everyone involved in a group project. For example, first of all, you need to divide the class into groups. You can break your class into small groups of 4, 5 students, and then assign a task. Just give each group a specific task, such as writing a story or creating a presentation. And then the students need to divide this task, break this task into smaller steps or sections. And each student takes turns working on their assigned part of the task, and they can write a paragraph or create a slide. Once everyone has finished their part, the group can review and edit the work together. For example, they can review their vocabulary, so they take turns defining words or using them in sentences. For example, if your class is writing a story, one student can start by writing the first sentence and then pass the paper to the next student who adds another sentence. And this continues until the story is completed. And then group presentations. So let's imagine your class is learning about Earth Day. So the first thing they need to do is to choose the topic. So students could choose a specific aspect of Earth Day, like climate change or pollution or endangered species. Then some students can research the topic and gather facts, gather information, and others can write the script for the presentation. And some students can create slides or posters to accompany this presentation. And students can practice speaking their lines and presenting their ideas. And the group can practice their presentation together. They can time themselves and make sure they stay within the time limit. And students can give each other feedback on their speaking, on their pronunciation and body language. And after that, students can present their work, their project to the class. Their classmates can ask questions, encouraging critical thinking and discussion. Okay, so I guess this is it from me for today. Here you can see my contact information. Again, just want to remind you, if you have any troubles finding your certificate, you can contact me. Tomorrow you will receive the letter with their feedback form. So please fill in this form, and then you will get the link to the folder with your certificate. Have you got any questions? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. They said yes. You too. Thank you. Thank you. My dear. So see you next month in December. Be safe and sound. Goodbye.